and today we got to play Dino Dodge, the
Survival of the Fittest.
All right, so this game is a Kickstarter exclusive right now. It is currently on Kickstarter, so we're super excited to kind of go.
10 more days.
10 more days.
As of at the recording.
Yes, so we're going to talk about it a little bit because Randy got the opportunity to play it. So what drew you to kind of wanted to preview this game? I know the theme is obviously
it's dinosaurs. Yeah, I mean, it was one that I was eyeing to see about possibly, kickstarting anyway. So whenever I got on a forum and somebody posted looking for people to review it, I was like, okay, it sounds interesting. So, I don't unfortunately have a physical copy because it was kind of a last minute notice thing. And so they had it up on Tabletop Simulator, so I was able to play it on there.
Yes, and you got to play it with a few other people.
Yeah, I got to play it with two of the designers, or not, well, they were from the publishers, I should say. And then they brought on several of the Kickstarter backers who were interested in doing a demo. So we all played it in the Tabletop Simulator forum, and, it was a interesting experience getting to meet and play with those people. Yeah.
So I assume that the Kickstarter, I think you mentioned there were 3 different levels that you could end up backing.
Yeah. So there's the core version of it, which is $32, and it comes with pretty much all the components. It's got 8 dinosaurs. All of them come with a wooden meeple of a dinosaur, various types of dinosaurs, and then it has cardboard and cards for everything. Everything's going to be linen finished. The only thing the next tier has in addition, which is the Sole Survivor, which is considered the deluxe version, is it has 3 additional dinosaurs, and it has screen printed meeples of all the dinosaurs added.
So it adds a little bit to gameplay because you're adding dinosaurs?
It adds that, and then also it adds a playmat.
Okay.
And then the final tier, the Legendary Survivor, this one, oh, by the way, that one, the deluxe is $59. The Legendary Survivor tier is $125, and that one, you get to name the dinosaurs. So it's a custom. It's limited to only a handful of people. I think there was only 5 left of it. But that one, you get to, it's everything in the deluxe, but also you get to custom name the dinosaurs, and your cards are holographic finished.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting and cool. So definitely if you're in the Dino theme. Now, let's actually talk about, we can't really go over components.
Yeah, we can't cover the components.
But we can go over a little bit on theme. So it is dinosaurs. So what did you think of?
Specifically the ending of the dinosaurs. So it's asteroids crashing into the Earth, and you're trying to survive and dodge the asteroids. The meteors, I should say. It was an interesting and fun theme. It's a kind of a light filler game, I guess. It's the average length is 15 to 30 minutes.
Oh, so this is a filler game.
Yeah, it's definitely a filler game. It is a player elimination games, but usually when they're that short, it doesn't bother me if it's got player elimination. It's 2 to 5 players, and it's a good size filler. Age 8 and up is their recommendation. I can see that, although I think on the age 8 you might run into some hurt feelings as your player gets eliminated. Take that for what it is. It may not be age appropriate just from that standpoint, but it's cartoonish dinosaurs. They're all really cute.
Mm-hmm. So you could possibly play a more friendly version.
Yeah. No, there's no more friendly. You're pushing other people's dinosaurs underneath asteroids. So there's no trust me, there's nothing friendly about this game.
All right. So it seems like because I didn't get to view the game, but so you're saying, so explain the theme a little bit, right? So you're talking about the end of you're literally. You have your
kind of more of a gameplay thing, really.
Okay. So explain that one to me.
You've got basically a ring of land locations. That's, I believe it was 8 different locations. And there's not anything really different. There's an icon on each one. Mm-hmm. And those icons will pair potentially with icons in your hand that give you a location ability.
Okay.
Otherwise, you've got cards that have basic abilities of move your dinosaur, or move an enemy's dinosaur, or move your dinosaur and bump a dinosaur, or move an enemy's dinosaur and bump a dinosaur. So there's basically 4 different actions that can happen by movement. There's also land actions based upon those icons. So if you've got a card in your hand that has an icon that matches the land on the space you're on, then you can trigger the land actions, and those might be to swap tiles or to move a meteor to a different location and so on. The meteors kind of act like a time bomb.
Okay.
So that you get, when the first thing on your turn, you're going to draw one of those meteors, and it will give you randomly from 3 to 1 turn where you're going to have that meteor crash into the earth.
So you need to get out of the way or get it out.
So you get to decide where you're going to place that meteor. There's advantage to being under a meteor because you don't get to replenish your hand until you run out of cards completely, unless you're under a meteor. If you're under a meteor, you can draw a card.
So if you have like a 3, then you may purposely put yourself, because you have plenty of actions to be able to get
exactly.
out. Okay.
When a meteor is approaching the Earth and you're under it, if it's going to impact that turn, you have to move out from under it. And you'll play cards to try to move out from under it. Once there's no dinosaurs under it, it impacts. And at that point, it will turn the land into lava. So you can walk through the lava. It's not a problem to move through it. But if you end your turn in lava, you will also die.
Okay.
So getting hit by a meteor or having lava hit you will kill you and remove you from the game. Each dinosaur has a special dino ability. And if you play 2 cards of the same type, you will trigger your dino ability, and that gives you like extra movement and bumping. So you'll have a range associated with your dino movement and a movement and a bump attribute. So you might move yourself 1 and attract 2 dinosaurs to your space that you left, or different things like that. So basically you can strategize based upon your different actions to try to move yourself out of harm's way and attract other people into harm's way. And I like that aspect of it. It wasn't like it felt hurtful. And, you know, when we were playing on the tabletop simulator, everybody was having a good time doing it. It wasn't like we felt, you know, I'm going to get that person or that.
Well, sometimes when you have a game going in knowing that the whole point is to, you know, Mario Kart, you know, I feel like a bumper cars, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're playing bumper cars. You can't get offended. You're just bumping into people. So I feel like that's kind of what you're saying is that, you know, with that intent in mind, I think you could have a lot of fun with it.
And since it is a short game, now, if this were a long game, I wouldn't enjoy a player elimination aspect at all because you're going to be sitting out for a long time. But being as short as it is, it doesn't bother me. It's a very light, fun game.
Okay. All right. So giving gameplay a score, because that's really all you can do at this point. What were you thinking with that particular score? Well,
for what it is, for a filler game and for the fun theme of it, I'm probably going to give it an 8. I think it was a fun premise to a game. Now, there's one thing that did bother me is about how the Kickstarter was being handled. There's stretch goals coming, and they're doing different add-ons, but a lot of the add-ons felt like they're part of what should have been in the game. And I don't like when Kickstarters do that. Now, I understand that's a common approach, but one of the things that is a later add-on in the stream is the cheat sheets. It's like, that should just be part of the game from the start.
I know, we're hardcore.
Yeah.
We hardcore rule that.
I mean, that should not even be, a question. That should just be in there. Because we use them in the game, the demo, and it made things much easier. And, because you had all the actions you could take and all the actions your other opponent dinosaurs.
So what you're saying is that we really need to unlock all these.
Yeah, you definitely want to unlock them all, but I just don't like when Kickstarters do that.
And well, I mean,
to me, those are essential parts of the game.
Yeah, but I mean, and they do that for financial reasons, obviously. The more that they have, the cheaper the cost they could do. It's understandable, but it makes us sad a little bit. So at the end of the day, are you going to back it?
I'm on the fence still. I'm considering it. If I do back it, it will definitely be the Soul Survivor version, because 59 versus 32, when you get a playmat, the playmat alone is probably enough to push it up. As far as the meeples, I mean, the meeples were fine without.
But we do like screen printed.
Well, but the screen printing wasn't anything super outstanding. I could live without that, but the playmat I think is essential. So I probably
we have different views on what's essential.
Well, normally I would agree with you. It's just the dinosaur's already shaped custom for the dinosaur.
So it just looks really
cool.
cool.
All it does is add a little bit of, and it's one color.
And 3 more, right?
It does add the 3 more dinosaurs. That's probably the other big aspect. So
and
it has 2 shades of blue. There's a blue and a light blue.
Oh.
With but only if you add on, because the regular blue is in the dark blue is in the base, and the light blue is in the
So
out.
you're going to end up backing it.
And guess which 2 dinosaurs I played with during the game?
The 2 blue ones.
That's right.
So it sounds like you did have a lot of fun. And
oh yeah, we had a blast.
So I'm really glad to hear that, and my guess is that he will end up backing it.
You know me pretty well.
So, well, guys, we appreciate you hanging out with us again, and hopefully you'll come hang out with us again and maybe see some new Kickstarters or some other things that are going on. We'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.